It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for Monday, the 21st of September. I'm Michael Groff. A little surprise out there this morning in the form of a sprinkle or a very light shower over parts of the West Valley, thanks to a weak upper low that will hang around the region today and tomorrow. Otherwise, mainly dry conditions and temperatures to remain above seasonal averages. Looks to be the rule all the way through the forecast period. Let's talk about it first. Yesterday, 106 degrees was the afternoon high, 78 the morning low, the normal high 99, the normal low 76. Outside now, here at 7:45 a.m., some haze around, as has been the case for the last few weeks, and partly cloudy skies as well. And we're looking at 82 degrees at Sky Harbor, dew points at 45, relative humidity 27%, the winds are light, and the barometer is steady. Temperatures around the area this morning in the 60s for places like Fort McDowell and Goldfield as usual. Otherwise, we are in the mid-70s to low 80s through much of the metro. The upper air look, the main belt of westerlies is off to the north. It's a rather progressive pattern. We've got ridging to the east and our tropical storm, that's Beta, over the Texas coast. Here in the southwest, a very weak negative tilt wave over the region, the axis of which right along the international border, you can see some clouds streaming northward. And yes, on radar this morning, a few very light showers around the area. And again, most of those have affected the West and North Valley. And you can see over parts of Yuma, Pima, Maricopa, and up into Yavapai counties, those extremely light showers. And again, I would not be surprised if most of this rain is just not reaching the ground, but just something to watch through the day today. And again, we'll be dealing with this through tomorrow. Here's the watch warning map, and things have quieted down just a bit out here in the west. Not as many of those air quality alerts, dense smoke advisories, red flag warnings, especially west of the Cascades because of some much needed rain. However, the fire danger situation remains very high out here in the west. Meanwhile, along the Texas and Louisiana coast, still some tropical storm warnings, flash flood watches and flood warnings there. And in the northeast, fall has arrived as we have frost and freeze advisories for much of New England. Some record lows were established yesterday and again this morning. The convective outlook for today, a marginal risk again with our tropical storm along the upper Texas and Louisiana coast. A little bit of thunder possible conceivably in parts of northern Arizona today. And the tropics. Now things are getting a little bit quieter out here in the Atlantic Basin. We still have the shadow of Paulette, and we talked about this last week. There's a chance that that could redevelop. Wilfred is off the board. We still have Teddy out there just east of Bermuda this morning. That's a formidable system. And Tropical Storm Beta along the Texas coast. And since last we spoke, and some of you have asked me, well, why did it become Beta and not Alpha? Well, that's because on Friday afternoon, the National Hurricane Center put out a couple of advisories on this. This is Subtropical Storm Alpha that developed. And again, this is one of those things, don't want to get off on a rant on this, but naming a subtropical storm right along the coast of Portugal as they did, and then this moved inland right away. They only put out like 2 or 3 advisories on this. I'm not sure why they did that. Certainly that's something that's going to be a topic of conversation at the next conference of meteorologists, and they're going to get together and talk about naming these systems in the future, but just something to note there. So instead, we had Tropical Storm Beta. We'll talk about that in a second. Here's Teddy. Again, this is out there east of Bermuda. Tropical storm warnings are in effect for Bermuda, but luckily they will not take a direct hit from this system as it will continue to race on northward, merging with a mid-latitude system, becoming post-tropical, and this will affect eastern Nova Scotia, eastern Canada, with a lot of wind and rain as this curves on out. And then there's Tropical Storm Beta along the Texas coast. And this is a fairly disorganized system, although you do see on recent satellite images here, there's a pretty impressive convection beginning to flare up on the west side once again. So we're not done with this system yet by any means, and it's still going to produce plenty of heavy rain, and a few spin-up tornadoes are also possible on the upper Texas and Louisiana coast today and probably tomorrow before this begins to move inland and then become post-tropical over Mississippi and Alabama. All right, precipitation around here for the next 7 days from the WPC. Forget it, no rain in the valley, at least no measurable rain. There could be a few sprinkles around and hardly any to speak of statewide. We'll get into modeling right now, see what's going on. Here we go, the GFS, the 06Z run at 2 o'clock today. High pressure along the Arizona-New Mexico border, our weak little wave around a broader trough off to the north and west. So, down at the surface today, partly cloudy skies, some haze around, an isolated sprinkle, maybe a light shower, especially just to the west of us. Highs this afternoon, 101 to 105. Tonight, we're looking at mostly clear skies in the evening, partly cloudy overnight. Could be a repeat with some showers. Again, very light showers or sprinkles. Again, most of the rain probably doesn't reach the ground, but still possible we could see that after midnight. Overnight lows in the 70s to around 80. And then tomorrow, isolated sprinkles or very light showers in the morning, and then partly cloudy throughout the rest of the day. Some haze around, high temperatures 101 to 104. Then for the rest of the week, a progressive pattern to the north of us, flat ridge around here, high temperatures each day 100 to 104 for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then as we head into the weekend, more or less the same thing, but high pressure will be building in from the west and intensifying, and so it looks like by Sunday, highs could be back up to above 105 degrees, especially over the hottest desert spots. Here's a week from today. This is Monday, the 28th. 591 ridge now over much of the western United States, and that means hot temperatures up plenty around here again. We could be flirting with some records. Highs would likely be somewhere between about 103 and 107 if this verifies. And then going out 10 days to the end of the period, this is Wednesday, the 30th of September, a very high amplitude pattern, big trough in the east. Huge ridge out here in the west. Upper heights remain above average with a 591 ridge sitting right on top of us. The GFS is actually trying to pull some moisture in from the east, kind of almost a monsoonal look with some isolated thunderstorms over the higher terrain. Even if that's right, all that would mean for us in Phoenix is a few clouds around each day, and high temperatures still to remain well above seasonal averages for the end of September, keeping in mind the normal high by the end of the month is only about 95 degrees. All right, precipitation off the European Ensemble 51 members, and you know the deal by now. About 88% of these members show no rain at all the way into the first week of October. The Ensemble mean 1/100th of an inch of rain, so not looking too promising there. All right, temperatures off the national blend of models, and we'll keep it above average through the rest of the month and heading into October. And that's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video back here tomorrow morning. If you enjoy these videos, be sure to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell so that whenever a brand new video is posted, you'll get the notification. Your comments, questions, and suggestions always encouraged as well. Thanks so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. You guys be safe. Stay cool and hydrated out there. Watch your kids and each other around the swimming pool, and have yourselves a fantastic Monday.